part right there, original. But it's got, this is your high-low switch. This is your mode. There's different modes in the computer there for that. I haven't figured that out. This is your reverse. This is your handlebar warmer, thumb warmer. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, I got it tore apart. This is a cover that goes over the belt. I'm going to put this in the bag for my tools, which is going to go right down there in that little compartment. This is the side cover. This is the new used belt. But yeah, it's in good shape. I am going to take out a bunch of those, maybe all of them, because I'll show you what it did to my floor. This is, let's see if I can find the gouges that it made. Yeah. Those are the gouges, and that was one quick little blip of the throttle. Yeah, it got hung up. I was unloading it from the trailer. Got hung up on the tailgate and spun that track, and it's like it gouged it up that bad. I made it's a piece of wood on a dolly. What do you want to call it? I can't think of it now. But anyway, so I can move it around. Those spikes are so sharp, it's stuck into that wood just from the weight. When I lift the back of the sled up, that whole dolly comes with it. And yeah, so yeah, they're coming off. I don't need that aggressive of a track. I am not that kind of a rider. So, but it's dirty. It's a mess. I just bought it probably now 3 weeks ago. But I've been working on this other sled, and I've just about got it done. Just got Walker Evans shocks in the front, and yeah, it's got 5,143 miles. 125 PSI compression on each cylinder. Was having an issue. Hopefully I just got it fixed. I thought the voltage regulator was going bad, but I pulled it off. That's this, and it appears to be brand new. The kid I bought it off of took and there's a capacitor that sits on top of it. All right. He bought a new capacitor, and then he mounted it down underneath here. He says it will keep it cooler. And let's see if I get a shot of it. There it is right there. I think I'm gonna pull that out and put it back. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, I took all the connections apart because my lights were flickering, and then my digital gas dash was just blinking. I put dielectric grease on all the connections, stuck them back, still did it. Then I messed with this, started wiggling it, and it went away. And so I pulled these apart. I threw some dielectric on there, stuck it back together, and now it appears to be working right. Let's just see. Because it would always do it on startup. It would just flicker. The speedo would go back and forth like that, and then the digital aspect of it would just keep blinking. So let's see what it does. Working like it should. Because before, this would come on, then it would go off, the needle would go back and forth, come back on, stop, then it would go off. It was doing it all the time. So, but you can see the headlight is nice and solid right now. It's not blinking. think I solved the problem there. Yeah, I was going to replace that voltage regulator. This unit right there. And that's a Polaris. It's got the Polaris number on it, the new updated one. So that's why I know it's new. But that is a $230 item. So it's like I don't want to just chuck out money needlessly and, you know, find out, oh, it's just a dirty connection, you know, or something. But we're going to pull the exhaust system off. You can see the can here. I'll show you. I'm not into cans. I like quiet. So, but she's got a can on it. And I'll clean that up. That puppy's going to go up for sale. I got all new springs for it because there's springs here, there's springs down there, and there's some springs that were missing right here. As a result, this muffler was flopping back and forth and they gouged on something. I don't know what the devil it's gouged on, but it's like whoever had it just, I don't know how well they took care of it, but anyway, we're going to take care of it. So this is my new addition to my fleet. I'm getting more and more. I want to thin them out. I don't know why I keep getting more and more. I need to get that gone. And I'd like to get rid of the Scorpion. And keep this in my Classic, in my Columbia, and that's it. This ought to ride like a dream. You know, this has got the IQ suspension on it. It's an 09. Yeah, that was the other thing. The kid thought it was an 08. And I looked at the pictures. I said, no, that's a 9. And it does. You can see in the registration. It's pretty well worn off here. But the serial number is right across there. So you run the numbers, and yeah, it's an 09. It's a 136 truck, and we're going to get a little bag to go underneath there. That's the only thing I'm not too thrilled on. I mean, the looks of it, but that's just because it's got the longer track on it. I'm used to a 121. This is a 136. But yeah, there is a bag that you can buy to put in there, maybe eventually, but I really don't need it. I'm not going to be hauling a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to be driving, you know, on a big long journey. So, but anyway, that's the girl. And I checked with Polaris. They ran the serial number on it, and they give me a printout that these engines knew had an issue with the pistons were, what do I want to say, the wrist pin was set too low, something to that effect that it caused them to blow up. So they had a recall on it. The guy that bought the thing a year later took it in, and it had a factory rebuild done on it. And like I say, I checked the PSI before I bought it. Each cylinder is 125 PSI. That was good enough for me. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm not married to it by any means, but I'm definitely looking forward to riding it on some trails to see the difference in the suspension, because all I have ever rode is, well, leaf spring suspension, and of course my Classic has got the trailing arm suspension on it. So but that's where we're at here in the Snow King garage. So thanks for watching.